Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, July 1st, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. People like to say that bodybuilding is a marathon and not a sprint, but I've got some news for all you slow runners out there. It doesn't matter what kind of race you or anyone else runs, somebody's got to be out there in front. And from where I'm looking and from where I'm standing, Iain Valliere looks like one of the front runners out in Vancouver. Next week, Iain is slated to make his presence felt at the Vancouver Pro, which is starting to become an annual pilgrimage from him, with it being his third straight trip there. Iain has quality and density for days at this point, so the real key for him is to bring this bad boy home and make sure he brings the right balance of fullness and dryness to really make his look pop. Another guy we have our eye on heading into the next weekend's Vancouver Pro is rookie star Quinton Eriya, who's about to show the world what he has in store for his second pro performance. About a month ago, Quinton came in and lived up to the billing with his top 5 finish in Toronto against a really solid group of athletes. So if he takes these lessons he learned into Toronto and puts them to good use, maybe climbing another spot or two could be a legitimate possibility. I think it was an old-time Army thing to say that there is strength in numbers, but when you walk around looking like a one-woman wrecking crew the way Shanique Grant does, that whole numbers thing goes completely out the window. Shanique's been turning up the heat on her Olympia prep over the last few weeks, which is something she has to do if she wants to successfully defend her title this year. Everyone who's anyone sees Shanique as the generational talent who could be a 10-time champ if she wants. But the difference between action and potential is the thing that separates the legends from the truly great ones. All of a sudden it feels like there are a ton of guys skipping out on the Olympia this year. And over the weekend, I heard a rumor now that Lionel Beyeke might also be kicking around the idea of sitting out this year's show. It's been a weird year for Lionel in a sense that we still haven't seen him actually compete yet, which is far from the norm for a guy like him. Well, now maybe he's dealing with some injury or personal stuff that we don't know about, which is entirely possible. But with no Phil and potentially a few other guys passing on the show this year, Lionel at his all-time best would have been a real shot at getting a top 4 or 5 finish. He'll be missed. So now all of a sudden my son loves to watch this show called Cobra Kai on YouTube. But man, even fictional characters can't even come close to measuring up to the real-life craziness that is Kai Greene right now. Kai's been touring all over the world giving seminars, and he seems genuinely happy doing it. But the thing that really gets your attention when you see him is how insane he looks. He's got to be somewhere close to 300 pounds, probably single-digit body fat, and he looks like he could be an 8-week out Mr. Olympia contender right now. And do you know what? I think he should do it. Now is his time. His arch nemesis is gone. He still looks like he's at the peak of his powers, and he has literally nothing to lose and everything to gain. Somebody make some phone calls, please. Let's get Kai Greene in this Olympia this year. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.